Okay. Okay, so I'm just doing an unexpected live here. Um, I am going to be talking about today how to avoid gas and bloating after you are eating. So today we're going to be talking about most of you within 24 to 48 hours, you are going to be at a barbecue. So, I'm going to be talking about what you can do to prepare to avoid gas and bloating. And let's see. So let's talk about that. But you're wondering how to do that. So first of all, here are 3 tips that I'm going to be talking about. And hopefully I am doing this while I'm walking. So I've never done this before. So if it's a little awkward, I am sorry. Um, so let's talk about the first tip. The first tip that we want to talk about to avoid gas and bloating is you want to take a digestive enzyme. If you are not taking probiotics, um, is this cricket, you guys? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't even know because I'm doing this live stream here. So the first tip is you want to, if you are not taking probiotics, it's too late within the next 24 to 48 hours. What you want to do is you want to take a digestive enzyme so you can get that quickly at the store. Now, those are the things that actually is going to break down your, oh, great, you can hear me. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to take digestive enzymes. Now, there's certain ones you want to be careful. So I have an outline here just because I don't like getting off track. Okay, so proteases, that breaks down the protein, amylase breaks down the sugar, lipase breaks down the fat, right? Now, I've already put links in the description below of some clean ones. I spent probably about an hour looking through them. You need to be careful because some of the bestseller on Amazon actually does contain seed oils like sunflower oil, including a capsule that contains the powdered digestive enzyme. So you want to be careful with that. Some of them that are really natural has flavorings such as pineapple and papaya in there, so you want to be careful with that. The other one is some of them will include ascorbyl palmitate, which is a vitamin C derivative. It's very common. They use this as an antioxidant in supplements and in skincare, but what they found is studies suggest that when you take this, it actually creates more skin damage and inflammation when exposed to vitamin or when exposed to UV rays. So, so I put them in the links in the description below. Number one is let me see if I can adjust this here. The sports, sorry about that. The sports research one. This one is plant-based, so no animal sourced digestive enzymes. All the links in there have a discount. Now there's 2 of them. One is that, the other one is called, I put that in here, let's see, Global Health. That one is 1,000 milligrams of digestive enzyme versus the 100 milligrams or the 500 milligrams. So high amounts of this. Typically, I do recommend this if you have low stomach acid and you have gas and bloating. Um, let's see, the highest rated one is by Standard Process. Now that one is animal sourced. That one has ox bile and it has pancreatic enzymes. So this one is highly recommended from a lot of functional medicine doctors. So that's the first one. Now the second one is within 45 minutes to an hour before you go to your potluck or to your party, what you want to do is you want to take this digestive enzyme. Okay, about 30 minutes before you go to the party, eat a high quality protein, um, high quality protein and a little bit of fat. This way you don't have that insulin spike and you are not going to this potluck or this barbecue starving. Because typically what people will do is when they get to the party, they're going to grab a drink, some beer, wine, maybe a soda, and all of a sudden your insulin spikes. Then people start grabbing snacks like popcorn, crackers, you know, nuts or whatever, and you're going to cause that insulin to spike. When you have a little bit of protein in there, it's going to slow down you being hungry while everybody waits for having, you know, their barbecue meats. So that's another thing. Now you have to remember, when you first eat protein, when you're chewing, most of the protein actually breaks down in your digestive system with the proteases, right? These are the digestive enzymes that's in your stomach and your smaller intestine. Um, the other thing is, when you start eating carbs, initially what happens is, when you're eating your popcorn and your crackers and your snacks while waiting for the meat to be cooked, it starts breaking down in your mouth. The enzymes in your spit or your saliva actually breaks down and immediately takes the starches and turns them into sugar. That's why you have to be careful. So that's the other thing. Here, that's the breakdown. Now, let's say there are no high quality protein at the party. You didn't take any digestive enzymes. What you can do is start looking to see if anyone brought any fresh, uncooked pineapple, because pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain that will break down the proteins, or papaya, which has papain. And eat that first on an empty stomach about 30 minutes before you're about to have your protein. That will help you break down the protein. Now, for those of you who have issues breaking down fats, like if you've had your gallbladder removed, you definitely need to have some of these enzymes. Now, for those of you who are, I highly suggest, if that is the case, that you do need to take an animal-sourced enzyme, a pancreatic enzyme. Studies have shown that if you take pancreatic enzyme plus bromelain, which is in pineapple, but you can also buy that too, that actually helps break down a lot of the protein and fats a lot easier. All right. So here is a bonus tip. The bonus tip is, a lot of people will mix and match what they eat. They'll have some sugars first, then they'll have a little bit of protein. They're not paying attention to what they're eating. They're just mixing and matching, eating potato salad, then some fruit, then some regular salad, then some meat. Try to eat your proteins first, because that takes the longest to digest and it will not create an insulin spike. Then come your complex carbohydrates. So if you must eat your potato salad or breads or whatever it is, then you're going to have to eat that next. And then finally, last is your sugars, right? But usually people do it completely opposite. Let's see. Okay, after the party. So after the party, when people start to get the gas and bloating, what some people do, which is the complete opposite of what they should do, is they take an antacid. This is actually really common for people who have overactive stomach acids. Now, this is the complete opposite of what you should do. Typically, these are people who have blood type O, so they have a lot of stomach acid. So when you take an antacid, it actually neutralizes the stomach acid. So the food that is sitting in your stomach becomes putrefied and it starts producing gas, and this is where you get the bloating. So instead of that, you should drink some tea, ginger tea or peppermint tea. This will actually help aid in digestion. Let me see. You can take a short walk. This also helps aid in digestion as well. And that is basically it. Those are your 3 tips on how to prevent bloating and gas aiding in digestion. So hopefully you'll have a happy July 4th, and we will see you. I have another video that's coming up this weekend. I typically do videos focused on skin, but YouTube may think that this video may be good for you, and this is based on what barbecued meats do to your skin. So we will talk to you soon, and if you find this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, let's see. Gallbladder, pancreatic pain. The pain is located near my right rib. I'm on a carnivore diet and it's helped a little. I'm dealing with chronic constipation and maybe gallbladder, pancreatic pain. It's helped a little. So Victoria, I put the links in the description below. I know this is a live, but you should be able to see that. And if you don't have anything against animal, for you, when you have pancreatic pain, you have chronic constipation, it sounds like, with the very little information that you've given me, it sounds like you are having issues breaking down fat, which is the lipase. So for you, I probably would not do the plant source digestive enzymes. I would probably do the ones that have the ox bile or the pancreatic enzyme. It is kind of costly, but the one that I recommend, based on what you're telling me, is standard process. It's a very clean formulation that they have, and so I put a link in the description below. Okay, and then probiotics. With probiotics, here's the thing with probiotics. I probably would do, if you're having these issues, I would probably do what's called a 14-day gut reset. Probiotics take a while longer to propagate. So if you're planning on eating a bunch of different meats, a bunch of different foods that you normally don't even eat on a regular basis tomorrow, probiotics really aren't going to help all that much. I would probably recommend the digestive enzymes first. And that way you take this right before you start eating all the different kinds of food, especially the different types of protein, because eat your red meats first, because those are the slowest to digest. Then do your chickens, and your fish is the easiest protein to break down. So eat those first. I know it doesn't sound realistic, but it's really going to help you afterwards. So if you eat those proteins first, and then if you're somebody that likes to eat starches, whether it's breads, potato salad, whatever it may be, do that. If you're going to go to a barbecue, you know the meats aren't going to be ready and you're going to be hungry. If they have deviled eggs or some type of cleaner protein, and if you're not sure what they're going to have, then then eat something first. A couple slices of some chicken or something at home first, then go. Take your digestive enzymes first, about 30 minutes before, then eat your clean protein, then go to the barbecue or get together. And that way you're not already hungry, because typically most people are not even thinking that way. They're just grabbing their beverages first, which is typically sugar or carb laden. Then they're going to start eating their snacks. And what's happening then is it's only going to make them hungrier, and they're going to graze more before the meat. Okay, you have issues breaking down fat, so you're going to have some form of lipase. So that's probably the best thing to do. So I just thought I would do that first, just because there's going to be so many people that go, and typically when we go, we're distracted. We're talking to different other people. We're not even thinking about where we're eating. We're just grabbing what we like, and so people are just having a combination of carbs typically first, then fats, and then protein is kind of thrown in there. And typically that protein is going to be your not clean protein, right? Like your deli meats, your brats, your sausages, things like that. So happy July 4th, and I will talk to you guys soon. And there's another video that is coming out this weekend. Alrighty. I don't even know how to stop this here. Okay, we will talk to you soon.